So not to jump too far ahead, and I definitely want to go back because you brought up the time in Long Island.
Mhm.
But not to jump too far ahead. As a coach, that experience as a freshman, when you felt that disappointment, how do you translate that now as a coach to your wrestlers?
Um, it's you have a wrestler that wants to just go, that wants to do it. That oh well, if my finger's broken or whatever, like tape it up, let's go. But at the same time, you know, I see now as a coach, he made the right call. He made the right call by pushing out. And I mean, and I've been in situations where, you know, do I let this kid wrestle and something happens? It's on my conscience. Or do I pull the kid and then got to hear it from him, his parents, and everybody else?
Right.
And it's like, at the end of the day, I got to protect the kid first. Wrestling is a temporary thing unless you really are dedicated to it. And if someone's not into it 100%, you kind of feel that out as a coach, and you go, dude, there's always next year.
Right.
Oh well, you don't get to be the 4-time state champ, only maybe the 3.
Right.
Stuff like that. There's always that. So it just translate it now. It's the kids first. It's the kids first, and it's wrestling second. And I mean, I've seen situations where coaches like, oh, you're fine, or get up, you can do it. And it's like, dude, really look at the kid. Yeah, the kid will suck it up and do it because he doesn't want to disappoint anybody. But you kind of had to step back and go, is this really worth it? Is it really worth getting hurt more? So he made the right decision, and I was mad at him for that moment.
Right.
But at the same time, it was like, hey, I could be in a wheelchair. I could be hurt even worse.
Right.
The right decision was made.
Yeah, I've had the luxury of rubbing elbows with some pretty prominent people, and I had a guy who's a D1 coach now at a prominent school tell me when his oldest boy and my youngest boy were in high school, hey Rob, it's just high school wrestling. And he I told you he's a prominent coach, but he's also been on the Olympic team,
Yeah.
right? So when you put all this stuff in perspective, and when my kids were in high school, it was the world.
Oh yeah.
But looking back now, and I don't have a dog in the fight anymore, it's just high school wrestling and all that other stuff. It's not worth it. You are teaching life lessons, and obviously the injury thing is huge.
Exactly, and that's kind of, it's funny because like I coached youth wrestling for 10 years, and parents are thinking it's the Olympics, are thinking this is the pinnacle, and it's like, it's just youth wrestling. Wait till you get to high school.
Isn't that crazy? The parents are the worst as youth wrestlers, and so was I. I was too when they were youth. And then you learn, a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more, and you grow up in the sport. It's crazy.
Exactly, and I mean, and you kind of have to calm them down and go, what would you rather have? Would you rather have them win 5 or 6 OAC or Ohio A titles, or a 4-time state champion that's going to be noticed by Ohio State or Iowa or Michigan or Penn State and get further along than just no one? And like I tell parents, no one's going to know you were a 10-time OAC champion.
Right.
no one's going. Your parents or your family might care, but when it comes to going to the next level, they're looking at the high school. They're not going to, you're not going to have a shit high school career and then them go, oh, well, you did win those 10 OAC titles, so yeah, we'll give you a scholarship. Come on down.
Right.
That doesn't compute. So you kind of have to check the parents a little bit. I mean, and I've been in the situation time and time again, and it's just like, God, what do I do? Do I make the call? Do I let the parent make the call? If the parent does make the call, they're gonna most likely go, put them in. They can do it. And it's like,
right.
Can't be on my watch that something happens to a child like that.
No, yeah, and there's got to be a certain level of trust as parents, and that's kind of my angle. Is I've never coached, I've never even wrestled actually, so my angle is the ultimate wrestling parent, right? So I've had that perspective, and there comes a point in time where you have to trust the coach. Period. No
Exactly.
more questioning. You might question behind closed doors to your spouse or whatever.
Yeah.
But you're not. You just don't do it in front, and there's a reason why your child is under the tutelage of this coach, right?
Exactly.
You just got to do it. So,
Exactly. And that's one thing I see, I've had it and I see Colin with it now. And it's just like I wish I kind of was younger than Colin to see and to learn, because he is just very like, this is what we're doing. This is my decision. You can bark at me all you want. Guess what? It's white noise to me. And, and I kind of wish in my younger career of coaching that I kind of did that too. But I kind of let that kind of barking get under my skin a little bit. But I mean, he has it to a point to where it's just like, say your piece, like my mom would always say, I'll let you have your opinion, but at the end of the day, my decision is final.
right.
And that's how I've tried to coach a little bit.
Yep. Yeah. And Colin has his ways that have been successful, and you can either choose to be a part of that or choose not to be a part of that. Right.
Exactly.
And we've all seen what he's done and what he's starting to bring to that program in particular. Again, not trying to jump too far ahead, but obviously as a parent, you got to decide, do I want to put up with that or not?